Imagine being just a few months away from turning 100 and still hitting the gym 3 times a week. Well, that's exactly what legendary actor Dick Van Dyke is doing, and he's proving that age is truly just a number. In his new book, 100 Rules for Living to 100, An Optimist's Guide to a Happy Life, released on November the 18th, Van Dyke shares the routines and mindsets that keep him going strong. He jokes that he's not the kind of guy who wakes up, looks outside, and goes right back to bed, unless it's cold and rainy. But he says one thing for sure: when he misses too many gym days, he feels it. A stiffness starts creeping into his joints, and he knows it's time to get moving again. So how does a 99-year-old find motivation when he's feeling sluggish? Van Dyke says he has to dangle a few carrots in front of himself, and those carrots are surprisingly relatable. A big smoothie, a frothy caffeine treat, that full body tingle after a good workout, the mental clarity, the sense of accomplishment, and of course, a well-earned nap later. At the gym, he does circuit training, moving from one machine to the next without stopping. He starts with sit-ups. His wife, Arlene Silver, claims he can do 500. Van Dyke laughs and says she's definitely exaggerating, but he still gives it his all. Then comes the lower body. He says his legs are two of his most cherished parts, so he works every leg machine he can. After that, it's upper body, and the secret ingredient to this whole workout: the music. Van Dyke says the gym is usually quiet early in the morning, which works out perfectly. Arlene knows how to connect to the gym's sound system, so she blasts his favorite songs. The music gets him moving, shaking, and by the end of the workout, he's in a sweaty rush, blood flowing from fingertips to toes, and spirits soaring. Earlier this year, he went viral after musician Rick Springfield ran into him at the gym and shared a selfie. Springfield said he thought he was doing well at 76, until he saw 99-year-old Dick Van Dyke working every machine, and even doing a little dance step afterward. On a recent podcast with Ted Danson, Van Dyke said he also does stretching, yoga-style movements, sit-ups, and tons of machines. Basically, if it keeps him limber and moving, he's in. But even for someone like him, age brings challenges. Van Dyke admits it's frustrating to feel diminished, physically and socially. Travel wears him out, so he often has to turn down gigs and events. Most of his visits with friends now happen at home. Even so, he continues to inspire millions with his positivity, discipline, and determination. As he closes in on 100, Dick Van Dyke is proving every day that staying active, physically and mentally, might be the real secret to a long, happy life.